we are on the Carlsbad Caverns entry road. I was going to record this drive-in because I did it yesterday and it is quite beautiful. But I used the GoPro with a suction cup mount in Big Bend, but it's below freezing out right now, and I'm afraid that suction cup mount would not be reliable. So I'm just going to record this with the phone. I have an appointment in 10 minutes to go into the caverns. Another reason why I don't want to stop and try to set things up. I don't want to miss that appointment. So, although I think I have like a 1 hour window. But either way, I want to get in there because I also want to hit the Guadalupe Mountains today. Although it's so cold that I'm not entirely sure how much time I'm going to spend there. I'm going to try to do one hike, at least get to the visitor center. I mean, it's not as big as Big Bend, but it is pretty big too, and it's a lot of mountains. I think it's probably similar. So I don't want to say, I'd just be rehashing the same thing, but, in a way, I guess I would be. But we'll see. I mean, I actually haven't been there yet. I'm prejudging it. And I might, to be honest, the odds are pretty good that I am going to make my way back out here again someday. And not go to the north route this time and just come straight to Big Bend. And by someday, I mean probably next year, because I really enjoyed it, and I'd like to get figured out what was going on with my telescope. I'll probably come here when it's a little bit warmer, because I mean it's a debate, because it was really nice during the day. I mean, until this cold front hit, anyways. For hiking, it was great. It was the mid 60s, and you could hike and not sweat to death, not worry about dehydration so much. But the nights were still pretty cold, and they were in the 30s and 20s. And this last few days after that cold front hit, I left a day early because it was going to be single digits, and I was not interested. I'm not prepared for single digits, at least not without even with a power outlet with a space heater. That's probably too much. So I spent the last couple of nights in a hotel resting, not doing much. I came out here yesterday and just to check it out. I actually was intending to go somewhere else, but Google was confused about that other place, so I ended up here instead. And I knew already that I couldn't go into the cavern because you have to have a reservation, but I went ahead and explored like the museum part, and had rug my fast there, and picked up my stickers, my mandatory stickers for each national park I'm trying to grab. But you got some of those formalities done, and then I just went back to my hotel. I actually worked on uploading some videos because I hadn't done that in days. Look at, it's just a beautiful drive up here. I mean, gorgeous. I was not expecting that, honestly. I thought this was just like a hole in the ground, and you would be, a flat space, but it's actually a hole in a mountain. So, not a very big hole in a very big mountain. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but that is not what I was expecting, honestly. And so you have to climb up to the top of the mountain to go down into the mountain to get to the caverns. So, luckily, it's just an absolutely gorgeous drive. So. No complaints. These rocks. I just love these Southwest rock formations. They're so beautiful in their variety. It's really something else. But I think we're getting fairly close. I knew the Google was wrong. It said it was going to be there 11:22, and that is not correct, because this road is slower going than I think Google realizes. It expects you to be going like 65 on this section of road, and I think it also thought it was only like half a mile, and it's just more like 5 miles, 7 miles, something like that. Let's see, so you see 7 miles to the actual visitor center. So, for some reason Google is a little bit off on its knowledge of this place, but it's all good. This is a place I've wanted to see for a long time. I was in Mammoth Cave 2 weeks ago. Early last week, I guess. By the way, this is Christmas Eve. This is December 24th of 22. I even got a little Santa hat I'm going to put on. But yeah, this is a place I've wanted to go to for a long time. Glad to finally be getting in here. I was looking at, they had this big scale model in the visitor center yesterday, and man, Mammoth Cave is mammoth, but there's not a lot of stalactites and stalagmites, whereas this place has a lot of stalactites and stalagmites. So I think it's going to be a lot prettier than Mammoth Cave. I'm not sure. It might be just as big. From looking at that scale model, I got that impression that it probably was just as big, but despite the name, but we'll see. Mammoth Cave was really big in some spots. I mean, it was not false advertisement. So yeah, I guess that's just here where it's you can see for like 100 miles, kind of crazy. At the very top, I'll keep recording to there. This part here is kind of dull, but so anyways, yep, finally making it here. My just shy of 50 years on this planet. I've known of this place for most all my life, and always wanted to be here, but we are in December of 22, Christmas Eve, and I'm finally going to go into the Carlsbad Caverns. So, hoorah. I'll definitely be making a check-in from inside. Here we are. We're getting to the top now. I believe that mountain range you see over there is Guadalupe. It's not far away. It's only like 20 miles away. So, I believe as we crest this summit here, you'll actually see the Guadalupe Mountains. I mean, this mountain might be part of the Guadalupe range. I'm not sure. Probably is, actually. Yeah, that mountain right there, I believe, is one of the peaks of the Guadalupe. I don't know if it's the primary peak. I mean, it like I said, it's not nearly as big as Big Bend. That is definitely one of the peaks in the Guadalupe Park. So, yeah, look that way, you can see. I mean, that's at least 50 miles, I bet. Pretty awesome. So, yeah, here we are. And I got 1 minute until my appointment. But I think, like I said, I think I have an hour window. I'm gonna go ahead and get on up in here. All right, stay tuned.